What is up, everybody? I am your host with the most, Methodical Cyanide. Today I'm going to show you the content of Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. The class I'm going to be playing is the Witch Doctor, specifically the Pet Doctor. This build can be used in lower torments all the way up to T6. There are 4 main pieces that make this build 100 times better, however, are not required to do this build. It just makes it more optimal. The items in question are Tasker and Theo, Mask of Jerem, Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan, and Tall Man's Finger. What do these items do that help this build? I will tell you. Tasker and Theo increases the attack speed of your pets by 40%. I think I have a really low roll because I think they go up to 50%, but I'm using these because these are the only ones that have dropped for me this entire expansion. Mask of Jerem increases your pet damage by 100%, or whatever percent base you can get. It starts off at 50, goes up to 100. I have 98%, and that's the best roll that I have seen. Hexing Pants of Mr. Yan increases your resource generation damage. Your resource generation damage is increased by 25% while moving, and decreased by 22% while standing still. Basically, with this build, you're going to be just moving around constantly, not doing, while your pets do the damage. The last item is Tall Man's Finger. All of your zombie dogs will be compiled into one gargantuan dog that increases DPS between each zombie dog. So if you're using burning dogs, which I am, because normally you only have 3 zombie dogs out, well, each zombie dog would have 20% of weapon damage as fire. So if you were to have 3 dogs out at once, that would be 60% collectively together. Since you're using Tall Man's Finger with this build, it makes that one zombie dog have 60% extra fire damage on each attack, which is a massive amount. Where was I going to go with this? If you already have a Tall Man's Finger, you want to choose the passives Zombie Handler and Midnight Feast. Zombie Handler, you can have 1 additional zombie dog summoned at one time. The health of your zombie dog and gargantuan are increased by 20%. With Midnight Feast, you get an additional zombie dog, but the damage of your zombie dogs and gargantuan is increased by 50%. So you see how the zombie dog is a massive tribute to the entire thing because it benefits from the attack speed and it benefits from the pet damage. So total, there is 5 zombie dogs here. It's basically 100% more fire damage. I can do T4 to T6 with this build very effectively. However, for video reasons, I'm doing T1. So we have the zombie dog. I usually run Leeching Beast, but since I'm doing Torment 1, I'm going to use Burning Dogs just for the extra DPS. The other gear that I have that I switch between is my Manajuma's Carving Knife and my Sunkeeper. Sunkeeper to destroy the elites and Manajuma for everything else. I have a Ring of Royal Grandeur. I'm trying to get my Jade pieces. Have not found them yet. I switch between Countless Julia's Cameo, which is the Arcane Resist that heals you, and I have Mara's Kaleidoscope, which prevents all poison damage and you heal yourself for it. With that being said, let me go over the rest of the spells. I'll go over the passive skills at first because this is what the pet build is about. Your Fetish Sycophants. Every time you use Plague of Toads, Rain of Toads, or any realm spell, which is any of the primary skills, you have a 10% chance to spawn a fetish. These fetishes hit like a truck, and you can have up to 15 to 16 out at a time. If you're going up against a boss, it's just unparamount. There's nothing can stand in your way at that point. If you have 15 to 16 fetishes out, along with your Big Bad Voodoo Slam Dance, which increases your damage by 30%, and then in movement speed and attack speed by 20% for 20 seconds. I'm using Slam Dance, which increases the damage of all nearby allies by 30%. So it's increasing your damage a bit more. I'm using Gargantuan Wrathful Protector, which is basically your OS button, and with that, it just decimates elites on impact. Piranha to gather up your enemies that are in, in the vicinity, to just spam and just destroy everything. Plague of Toads, Rain of Toads is what I've noticed to proc Fetish Sycophants more often. Spirit Walk is obvious for the extra movement speed, and you can't be touched for 3 seconds. With that being said, I'm going to show you this build in action. We're going to go ahead and do a Rift on T1. The really cool things about this build is, like I said, you can do any torment with this. you can do any level with this, even starting off whenever you get Fetish Army, not Fetish Army, but Fetish Sycophants, I believe level 41 or 42. Up here we have rare, so pop that, pop my Gargantuan, and just run around and everything is dead. Switch back to Manajuma, and we're golden. Go ahead and hit this chest here. Basically, I'm just going to show you efficiency. I only have my Gargantuan and my dog out until we find another pack, like right here. I'll just start spamming my Rain of Tones. You'll see my little fetishes pop out. However, my dog kills everything before I can even get any more fetishes out. So we'll sit here, get some fetishes. Just wait until the Rift Guardian. I'm trying to get a Furnace, which is a two-handed mace that does 7% of all life to the target. Or has a chance to, I should say. So we'll spam this right here. Tornado. You see I have multiple fetishes out. My dog is hitting anywhere between 5,000, between 5 million crits up to 32,000. 32 million. The highest I've seen him crit for is like 74. Alright, here's blues. Get this out. Move around. And they're dead. Oh, we got an amulet. What did we get? I think that is not. I don't know. We'll see at the end of the video. Switch back. The amulets are not required, by the way, to do anything. Yeah, I'm using the Scoundrel for the extra 1.8% critical hit. Wow, this is so slow right now. Mob density of this is just unparalleled. Oh, one spell, Grave Injustice. Basically, every time you kill an enemy, your cooldowns, your spell cooldown resets by 1 second. Sit here and spam for toads, get more fetishes. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss him until I get enough fetishes out. Big mobs, big mobs. Great, okay. Hopefully this has a lot more mob density, because that would be 6 tits. Alright, cool. And that is dead. Let's grab all of this. Alright, we're good. Conduit game. Guess it really doesn't do its justice because of the conduit, but apparently the conduit pylons give you fetishes, so that's pretty cool. Go. Going into the Fraction 3. So now I have like 10 to 13 fetishes out at the moment, I believe. Just do this. I'll let them do everything. Pop that. As you see, I'm lagging because of how many numbers and how many mobs are on the screen. And switch to Sunkeeper. Pop that. Poison, standard poison for health. Dead, grab the Death's Breath. Grab the Death's Breath. Alright, switch back to Manajuma. Pop that, sit here. like I said, they just smack things and everything dies. So here. Of course, the time I try to do a video, mob density is hilariously bad. Angels, no good. It's at 14 FPS though. And right here is the Rift God me. Alright, now we have finishes over here. Oh, here he is. And then we run around and he is dead. Boom. And that is basically the entire build, and it just goes up higher in Torment, obviously. I do have really crappy rolls on my weapons. That definitely could be better. But besides that, that's really it. Let's go to town, and I'll show you what we got for the legendary. See that 18 million? Just ridiculous. It's just crazy amounts of damage with this. So what do we got? Please be another resist rate. The flavor of time, fire skills deal 60% more damage. Huh. That's a brim. Maybe. Yeah, that's a brim. No. We'll keep that for our cinder coat or for my thing. Alright. Anyways, guys, that is the build. That is how you do it, and you can do that at any level. One thing I do want to mention is you do want to stack physical resist. Not physical resist, but physical damage on everything, because your fetishes are physical. The more physical damage, the harder they hit. It's obvious. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Oh, wow. I'm surprised I actually got something. Cool. Alright, anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.